I don't care whether you're religious or not, you should listen to Jesus' advice when he said, "Take no thought for tomorrow." So basically this can be interpreted as take no worry for tomorrow. So like the concept is you shouldn't worry about what's not happening now, and this is a concept that I've got from this book, Psycho-Cybernetics, which is actually very, very good, by Maxwell Maltz, and I really, really recommend you to read this. And I haven't finished it myself, but it's like the amount of knowledge that I got from this book is insane. And today I want to talk to you about this concept about not worrying for what's going to happen tomorrow, for example, or in the future, more in general. So if we take this in the context of school, just school. Let's say tomorrow you have a test or an exam. Like for me, right now, tomorrow I'm having a test, like a philosophy test. So the reason why I'm not killing myself with study is because that's basically useless. And I'm not saying it's useless to study for the test, but once I know that I'm confident, like once I'm confident that I know stuff well enough to go well in the test, then it becomes completely useless, if not even detrimental, to keep studying and worrying about it. Because if you think about it, when you're studying something, you are, preventing, in your mind, you're thinking about tomorrow's test. That's normal, right? Because you wouldn't be studying probably unless it's something that you're interested in. You wouldn't be studying unless you had the test. So that's the only moment when we want to focus on tomorrow, if we can say it that way. For the rest of the time, when you've repeated all of the concepts and revised, yeah, you stop worrying, okay? Because that's gonna be very bad for you if you keep worrying. I see people from my class all the time that keep studying from when they get home to midnight, and I just think that's so fucking dumb. And then I probably most of the times perform better than them. I'm no genius at school. I'm actually pretty average, but this concept of not worrying too much is actually like a lifesaver. Because if you think about it, it doesn't serve you to keep worrying about tomorrow, because it's not tomorrow. it Today is today, and right now is right now. So why would you now think about something that's gonna happen tomorrow? And obviously, yes, you should study to prevent going fucking very bad in the test, but yeah. Sorry, got interrupted there. So when you worry, when you don't stop studying and worrying about tomorrow's test, you're basically convincing yourself unconsciously that you're not prepared enough. So when if you actually do stop and you convince yourself that you are prepared enough, like if you stop studying and then you keep worrying about it, you keep being like, fuck, I should have studied more, I should have done more to prepare for tomorrow. If you do that, this is useless. You should have actually studied more probably. But when you convince yourself that you are prepared enough, then that's when the magic happens. Because being prepared and feeling prepared, so like convincing yourself that you are, is the best thing you can do to actually perform well in tomorrow's test. So next time that you have like an exam or something similar, um, I want you to realize that if you keep worrying, you're not actually helping. You're doing nothing but creating more and more anxiety, and probably also in some way being actually less prepared, because that's actually another concept that when you, I mean, not really, but when you actually worry and you keep studying, you're probably also going to not really fix in your mind the things that you've been revising all this time. So yeah, it's just not worth it. Like you can um, save yourself from a lot more anxiety, a lot more time wasted revising, and you're probably gonna get a better result anyway. So yeah, I think that you should really consider to stop worrying about tomorrow. And this was only applied to school stuff, but I think I need to, I probably need to get a bit more in depth with this, but I think that you can actually apply this to other things. The important thing is that you make sure that you have the base. If you, like, you need to be prepared. You need to know the stuff for the test, not just convince yourself that you do, because that's not gonna work. Like I did try this practice when I didn't really really prepare well for a test, and I didn't perform well at all. So that also can happen. But I repeat, the best possible scenario is that you've studied enough and you've revised enough and you convince yourself that you have. Nice. So try this, and see you in the next one.